I have copied all this content to a NAS. I can now search by people names, search by locations, see the timeline, and even objects are recognized. Also, all smartphones in this house now back up the camera roll every single night to the 2 disks inside of the NAS. So if one rots, I can quickly get a new one, copy everything over without any data loss. This setup will save me thousands of dollars over the years, plus I don't have to use big tech. In this video, I will guide you step by step through the entire setup for your family. This is the UGreen DH2300 NAS we are going to configure and set up completely. Now, this one is designed for home users and individuals who are purchasing a NAS for the very first time. And with me guiding you, you are in very good and capable hands. You can place up to 2 hard drives in this NAS for a storage space up to 60 terabytes total. Now inside the package you will find these wires, Ethernet cable. You have to connect it to your router or modem. We can see, of course, the power cable and some worthless, I don't know, guarantee chisel. Let's throw it away. And we also have some screws, which are useful because we have to mount the hard drives into the brackets. And there's also a screwdriver because, you know, you can't have enough of those, I think. I picked up the Seagate Iron Wolf 4 terabyte hard drive, which should be basically enough for what we're doing with it. When you take off the lid of your NAS, you will see a QR code. You can use this to connect your smartphones straight to your NAS. Very useful. Alright, you just pinch in over there and just slide it out, very easy. You can see the inside of your NAS, looks beautiful. And you can see where the connectors are. Take out your hard drive, just place it in. There's actually only one way to do this. And there are 3 screws at the side you need to tighten. Don't tighten it too much, just screw it in. Oh, I'm a very good screwer, look at this. And also don't forget the other side. Then you take the bracket and slide it in, and then you just push it gently. There we go, nice. Then take out the other one and do exactly the same. Screw it all in, slide it in, and also push it down gently. Not too hard. Take on your magnetic lid, put it back on, turn it around and attach the Ethernet cable. Then also don't forget to add the power cable, connect your Ethernet cable to your router or modem and plug it in. We are going to first set up the NAS using a PC. You can also do it on a laptop or a Mac. The steps are basically the same. To get the software, follow the link in the description of this video or in the comment section, and it will take you straight to the official website of UGreen, so you don't have to look for it yourself. First, we select our product model, the DH2300, and then we scroll down. We don't need to download the firmware because it will update itself after connecting to it. So we click on Client and we download the Windows version. Download the file and start the installer. Then select your language over here and press on OK. Click on Install and let it install the software, and then we press on Finish. Then we click on New Device Registration, and if the NAS is connected to the same network as your device, it will automatically recognize it. Click on Register, then give your NAS a nice name. I'm going for the NAS DH2300. Kind of boring, but okay, it works. Make sure to read and accept the user agreement, and if you want to share device analytics, enable this also and press on Next. Then we're going to set up the admin account. This account will have full access to your NAS. Later on, we're going to create different sub-users that can upload pictures from their mobile phones and see other pictures, but they can't configure your NAS. Create an account name and a very strong password generated by your password manager and save it there. Then fill in the email address to get important notifications and to also access your NAS from anywhere, anytime if you want that. You will get a verification code if you click over here. Read and agree to the user agreement and privacy policy, of course, and then click on Initialize. Now the entire operating system will be installed. The UGOS Pro is the Linux-based operating system designed by UGreen for all their NAS devices. It's an intuitive browser-based desktop interface which works perfect. This will take a while and the NAS will reboot itself. And then we are here. Welcome to the UGreen NAS. First, we need to allow this app access to public and private networks. Then we press over here on Start. All right, here we can see every installed app in our NAS. This is the control panel where you can find any settings you need. Here we can manage our apps and install new ones. And the most important thing is here, how to set up your desktop wallpaper. We press on Go. The very first thing we are going to do is install the newest system service. So click on the notification over there, and then the control panel will open up and we press on Update Now and then Update. Again, this will also take a couple of minutes. When it's done, log in with your new created strong password. Then go over here to these notifications again. We can close these about the control panel, but click on this storage notification. Then the storage app will be opened. You can also find this on your NAS desktop, it's the same app. And with this app, we can create different storage pools on our NAS. Let me show you. We press on Next, press on Create, and then we see our two hard drives. Click on them both. Now we can choose RAID 1, which makes sure that if one drive fails, the other one is the exact copy of the first one. So you will never lose any data. Or you can choose RAID 0. This means they work as two separate hard drives. It doubles your amount of storage, but if one hard drive disk fails, you need to go to a data restoration business and hope that the data is not corrupted. I would not advise you to do this. So I select RAID 1 and press on Next. Now we can change the size of our volume 1. Maybe you want to create two volumes inside of your NAS that could be useful if you are going to share volume 2 with a coworker, for example. This way they can work with your files, but they can't access volume 1. In my case, for only home use, I'm making just one volume. Now don't change the file system. X4 is Linux based and works perfectly. Press on Next. Here's the preview, and if all seems correct, press on Create. Yes, you will lose everything on these drives, so make sure they are brand new or already empty. Then press Format, enter in your password again, and press over here on Confirm. Now the NAS will format both drives, and yes, this will take a couple of minutes depending on the size of the drives you have. And you will hear a little bit of simmering sound of your hard drives working. That's a good thing. Just let it do its job and don't turn it off while it's doing this. Once it's done, you will see that this little guy over here takes us to the next step. And if it doesn't, just use the Files app on the NAS desktop. It's the same. Then press over here on Start. Here we can create different kind of folders. I'm going to explain this more in a bit. And here we can change the settings per folder. Alright, press on Enable. Now every user has his personal folder, but we have to select the location for that. So we click over here and select the right volume, and then we press on Confirm. So the next thing I'm going to do is copy this entire 1.1 terabytes, 131,000 files, 20 years worth of photos and recordings to the NAS. Then you go to the Files app, go to External Device, click on External Storage 1, and here is my USB hard disk. Open it up and copy the folder you want to have on your NAS. Right click on it, select Copy Move To, click on Copy To, and then select your personal folder or your shared folder and click on Confirm. Before we start copying all these files, what's very important is where you place your pictures and your videos. If you do it in your personal folder, no one else will be able to reach those pictures and videos. So you have to place it inside the shared folder. Create a new one, Photos, and just copy everything inside of here. Why is that important? I did it the wrong way first. I did it in my personal folder and no one was able to access all our family memories. So pretty important to know. And then on the top you will see added it to the task center. If you click on that notification or in the top on the task center icon, you will see the copy task working. Now this is going to take some time. Alright, the duplication took some hours, but it has been completed right now. Before we start installing the AI, first I wonder how many files I actually have copied to the NAS. To see that, go to Files, right click on it and select Properties. Whoa, now that's what family pictures of 20 years look like. Amazing. Alright, the next step is to install the AI. To do that, just open up the App Center over here, click on Photos and click on Install. Select the volume where you want to install it. I always want to install it on this volume, so I select that one and I press on Install. After installation, press over here on Open and press on Start, and then we press on OK. The first thing we want to do is to enable the AI models, so that way they can work. Click on Categorization, click on Enable, now again, Don't worry, the AI will run on your NAS itself. It does not send any pictures to the cloud whatsoever. That's good to know. Click on Agree and Enable. So we click on all of them to download, select the volume and press on Confirm. Then I also want to enable all these other models. Once it has been downloaded and installed, we press this cross icon. Now at this point, I don't have any pictures inside of the photo app. That is because I have copied it to another folder and I have not yet assigned it to the photo app. To do this, go into the photo app and go to the settings down here. Then go over here to folder scope and press on OK. To add another folder, press on this plus icon over there and select the right folder and press on confirm. I want this one to be default, so I press over here and make it default. And now I can remove the standard photo folder, but you can also just leave it if you want that. Here we go. Immediately you can hear the NAS starting to work its way through all these folders, and this will take, again, a lot of time, just depending on the amount of pictures you have. In my case, it will take a couple of hours. In the meanwhile, we can finish the setup by pressing on this little guy over here and press on Go. The only thing here to do is to read this and know you can connect different devices or use your browser to work on your NAS. Once you've read this, press on OK. The right corner says that we have now completed the basic setup. Now it's time to connect our smartphone to the NAS because I want to sync all my photos automatically to the NAS while I'm asleep. The first thing you do is hold your phone to the NFC logo on the NAS. This will then send your phone a direct link to the website of UGreen with also a link to the App Store or the Play Store to download the official app called UGreen NAS. After installing, open it and press on Agree. Tap on Login with existing account, then press on Allow and fill in your username and strong password. Now on the very top, you need to fill in the device address / UGreen link ID. You can find that by going inside of your PC and go to the control panel, then go to device connection and click on top on the remote access. There is your UGreen link ID that you need to fill in on your smartphone. Once filled in, you press on Login. Then press on Allow so you can get notification when things go wrong. Then press on Enable and allow to use Face ID. And there we are. This is the mobile UGreen NAS app that works almost the same as the PC version. On top you can go to the task center and we see now that the photo app is still creating thumbnails for all my thousands of photos and videos. Now we want the photos inside of this iPhone to be automatically backed up to our NAS. To do this, we go to the Photos app and you see on the top Backup Not Enabled, go to Enable. Tap on that one. Enable the Photos backup and give the app full access to your photo library. Immediately it starts trying to back up my photos, but it will fail as I have deleted the standard photos folder. So I tap this Backup to folder and choose my real path, photos. And then I create a new folder called iPhone Mat Sync. So I know it's from my iPhone. And then we press on Create. And then press on Done. Then tap on the top on Settings and choose Night Backup. Read all this and press on OK. Now you can change the time when the backup will take place. Between 2 and 6 AM, that sounds perfect. Last thing to check is if you want it to back up via mobile data, which I don't because I have a data limit on my SIM-only contract. If you go back to the Start screen on the top right corner, you can tap and open the Task Center. Here you will see the current iPhone photo backup, and if you tap on Others, you will see in my case that the NAS is still creating thumbnails for all the other media. Now the best thing, once your backup is completed, you can now delete any photo and video from your smartphone. It will not be deleted from the NAS. Now let me show you how to add another family member to the NAS to also back up the pictures on my wife's phone. The first thing we need to do is create a new user. So you go to your NAS, go to Control Panel, then we go to User Management and press on Add and press on Create. We're going to create a new username and again a really strong password that you save in your password manager that's also shared with your spouse. And then you can change the role from standard user to also an administrator. If she's the admin, she can do anything on the NAS that you can do that, and it completely depends on if she actually wants that. Now in this case, I don't want to have a personal folder. She can just use the shared folder where all the photos are at. So then all these things are good, and we press on save. Now if I want my wife to be access to our photo library, I need to go to user groups, and I'm going to add a new user group, and the name will be the parents, and we press on next. Now we're going to use both members, press on next, and I have to give her permission to the shared folder photos to read and write, and then I press on done. There we go. Now she can actually save her backup inside of all our photo library. Once you've set up the new user, it's time to connect her phone. Before I'm going to back up her entire iPhone, I need to know where to place all these photos. I actually want them in the same folder as everything else, but then with a different map. So I go over here to Files, I go to my Photos, and remember I've created one called iPhone Mat Sync. So basically what I want is also, I want to create a folder called iPhone Manon Sync, because that's the name of my wife. And I press on Confirm. Now the only thing left is to enable the auto backup on my wife's phone, select the right folder, and everything will be backed up every single night. Now remember, if you remove something from your wife's phone, it will not be removed from your NAS. So just keep that in mind. Once the NAS has copied all your existing pictures from your phone or from your hard drive, you can go over here to Photos, and you can click over here on Categorization. Because now the fun part begins. You can see over here different kinds of people. And if you click on this button, even more people will show there. These are all the people the AI has recognized inside of all your pictures. Now, I'm only going to show you my own picture because I don't think my family will be happy when they see their own pictures inside of this video. So what do you do right now? You click on Unnamed and you're going to give this a name. So I'm going to give this my name, Matt. And if you expand this a little bit, you will see how many pictures are there per person. This is exactly the way how you could name everybody inside of your pictures. Now the cool thing is I can just click on my own picture and I can see every single picture on my entire disk from all these years back to 1980. That doesn't sound right. I wasn't even born then. Here's what's going on. Ooh, look at this boy. That's so long ago, guys, 20 years. But I have one picture over there, which is with me and my wife, but it's not dated correctly. It's in 1980. Well, this is 2014. So I'm going to right click on it and I press over here, adjust recording time. And then I'm going to change this to 2014. And I press on confirm. This way you can change the date of every single picture inside of your entire library, so everything will make sense for all the users searching through your entire library. Now the AI is really good in recognizing every single person in a photo, but sometimes it can't link a person to a name, so you can merge two people together so the AI knows this is the same person. Let me show you. I get over here this guy with his helmet. If I click on this, I can see, hey, this is just me. So you go over here, you press on this button, and you press on rename. From unnamed, we go to Matt, and I just type in 2 letters, and it just selects a bunch of names that I've already filled in. So I'm going with Matt. And I click on OK. Now these pictures will be merged, and all these photos will also be added to the album Matt. Now the AI will have this problem a lot often when you're wearing sunglasses, when you're wearing big hats, or when you're just a tiny piece of your face. So just go through the list and merge them the right way. If you have a lot of people recognized by the AI that you don't want to see in your NAS, select the person or select multiple persons, click over here on delete, and if you check this box, it will not be added to your people again, even if you upload new pictures with that same face inside of it. What's good to know is that this list will not be automatically synced with other users on your NAS. This is your personal people recognition. It's useful in some cases, but if I create the ultimate family list, I want my spouse just to be able to see the kids' albums. And that's exactly how you can tackle this. To do this, you go to Personal Albums over here. You press on this Add button. You press on Create Album. Then we choose some Conditional Album. And you can choose, for example, People and Pets. And you can select the person that you want to make an album for. So it's going to be Matt. Then you can also add in location or different kind of sources, or all these conditions you can add to them. And then we press over here on Create. If we want to share this album, just right click on it, we press on share and we press on internal sharing. Then we press on add user and you choose your spouse, press confirm. And then I want my wife not only to view it, but also to view and download it. And then I press over here on this cross icon and it's been shared. And now when she logs in, she goes to personal albums and she can see an album of the specific person. Another amazing feature is the possibility to see all your photos per location. Now, most pictures have GPS data inside of it, especially from your phone. So it's really easy to put that data on a world map. This is so cool to see where you have been your entire life. Wow. Yes, we have almost seen every single country in Europe. Look at this. I even went to the USA, guys, when I turned 30. So cool to see this again. Look at this. The only thing I'm missing in this AI tool is the possibility to add a tag or a note to a picture so I can easily find it again with my own random keywords. You can of course change the name of this image. That would also work, but it's kind of a workaround. If I helped you out with this video guide, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you want that. And if you have any questions, just drop it down in the comments. I'll always reply. Have a great day and I hope to see you in the next video.